Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. I'm going to do a final flip through of the refurbished, or I'm going to call it remodeled, junk journal that has been sitting on my shelf. You'll have to excuse my voice. I think allergy season has arrived. Normally, I'm pretty good, but yesterday it was a very, very, very windy day. Why I went outside, I don't know. I should have known better, but I went out and did a little bit of weeding, and I took the girls out for a little romp and play on the front lawn, and everything got kicked up. So by 8 o'clock last night, I couldn't even keep my eyes open, and I went to bed with my tablet thinking I could watch a video, and I just couldn't do it. So my voice is a little rusty this morning. So just bear with me. Thank you. So I want to go through this, and I'm so happy that I remodeled this journal because now I can't wait to use it. And I just think it came out really, really pretty. I left the front cover as is. This is how I purchased it, and I really like it. There's, as you can see, there's a little pocket here with this journaling card, and I'm going to leave this plain so I could put a photo or something on this, and the same with the back. I find that I'm not real good about journaling in these journals. I still use a calendar, a daily calendar, and I put all of my notes in there. I've had to go back through the years to find things, and it's just easier for me to keep notes and journal in my daily and weekly calendar. So I find that I'm using my journals like I would a scrapbook. So if I travel somewhere and I bring a ticket back, or I add a lot of pictures now to my journals, which I just love. I just think it makes them more personalized. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this. And I'll be adding photos and documenting trips and things like that. So I still have as many embellishments that I have in here. I still have a lot of blank spaces for photos and memories. Okay, we're going to get going. So the front cover, I added, I'm just going to tell you what I added in this. The bones were here, all of the papers for the front and back covers, the flip pockets. I'm just going to tell you what I added. So I added this insert. This is from the front interior page of the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. So I wanted to put this in the front. I added this little butterfly, and she sits on some little pop-up squares to give her a little dimension. I added this cute little ticket here, and I put this natural history ticket on this, added the eyelet and some fibers, some colored fibers, which I just love. I love adding fibers in a nature journal. This here, I didn't do anything. I just cut this card down a little bit. This was quite tall, and I cut it down because I wanted to see part of the design and the butterfly. This here I added from Daphne's diary. So the two items that I added to this book were all the digital images from Kleeblatt Creations and from pages from Daphne's diary. So all of the little animals here and the whimsical, all these whimsical flower, the blue and the brown, those are from Kleeblatt. Everything else is from Daphne's. So this is a page that I really liked. Leave your worries behind, relax and unwind. And it talks about a private garden and a fox and a deer and the farmer's sheep. So I added that along with one of the little critters as a little journaling card. And here, this again came from the Whimsical flowers, and I just cut this flower out, added an eyelet, and I've just kind of puffed it up a little bit just to give it a little dimension. So I thought that was cute to create it like that. This tag here was original, and all I did was add a frame from one of the critters and this real pretty excuse me, mason jar of cosmos. I wanted to bring some pink into this journal, and I did it in very subtle ways. Blank to add photos or whatever. This here is from Daphne's diary. This is of a real pretty butterfly, and the silk scarf. This is about a silkworm, and the silk scarf I took out and I just added to flow across and flow down inside the pocket. This was a tag that came with the journal, and I wasn't real crazy about it, very dark. So I added some of the whimsical flowers, and this is from Daphne's, and then a little critter. Isn't he cute? I just love these little critters. So he gets tucked down inside there. Again, these pages are blank for photos or whatever. This here I remodeled. This was a pocket with, I don't remember what was that. Could have been a mushroom behind here. But I added, again, the whimsical flowers, a saying from Daphne's that's, it's like they've walked straight out of a fairy tale. And I added these two very pretty moms that are out for the day. They've decided to meet up and have a little chat. There's a pocket here, and all I did here was add another little critter and a butterfly, just to kind of bring that to life a little bit more. These ribbons here, these were on other pages, which I took off, and I wanted them to go with the blue. Now this flower right here, this is where, I believe this is part of the flower. This is one of the flowers, okay? So it comes from this paper that I took off to put on that pocket, which I just think these are very pretty. Here I made a pocket from Daphne's diary. The flowers are from Daphne's. I fussy cut them out and put them in front of the sweet little duck. I took a piece of the whimsical flower paper, just folded it in half, added the ribbon here, and a saying from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. All the sayings come from Mrs. Cog's in her little nature series. This is a Daphne's diary little image. I thought that sweet little rabbit posing as a deer was very cute. So I made that into a little journaling card. This here is from Daphne's. This is a really pretty barn in a nature setting with the fencing and the dirt path. So I made a little journaling card from that. This here is a pocket, and this I just went over to my stash. I have some real pretty blank journaling cards, and I just added a mama frog there. And I added a little fox here to give this page a little oomph. Here is from Daphne's diary. It's a frame. And this was in the book telling you that you could use the larger frames on the opposite side. Well, those frames were a little too big for this book. So this was the example that Daphne gave, and this sweet little girl with her umbrella was inside. So I just carefully cut her out, and I added this distinguished gentleman here inside the frame. Some more blank pages with some washi tape reinforcements I've added there. Here is a pocket with a vintage work card in it. I think this came from a welding shop. And I just added, I didn't want to put any eyelets here because I knew they'd be covered up. And this is a sturdy card. So I just added the crinkly ribbon bow to this. And that tucks right down inside there. Here is from Daphne's diary, this sweet little park scene here with the 2 chairs. So I fussy cut the bear, and he's walking away from sitting down, having a cup of tea. And then this flower is attached to this, so I just cut it out, and I'm using this. This is a cute little swing arm. So I can add a photo here, I can do writing, whatever I'd like, and I can just swing that back in place. This I made, this was going to be a journaling card for a pocket, but I just thought it was too pretty to tuck away. So I'm just paper clipping it to a page here. And I took one of the images and I cut it out with my little stamping set here. And then this is a vintage tag that I added. This scene from Daphne's. I just thought this was really pretty and added the little mama mouse with her purse. Here, this is a table tag from Daphne's, and I added that where I can just, if I want to, I can add a date or whatever I choose to there. More blank pages to fill. Here, there was a pocket behind this that I wanted to do something with. I wasn't that crazy about it. So I made a new journaling card with the birds up here. Look at the woodpecker. He's the conductor. But they are playing for the woodland deer. So that tucks right in there like that. And then this here is from Daphne's diary. This is from the page where it says, I think it says, I can't give this up. And these are vintage binoculars. And I thought they'd look really cool. And they go really well with this blue and brown. And I put 2 eyelets and added some hemp here. This page here, this pocket has 2 pockets here. And this is an old envelope. And this is the same envelope I used to make those a slide pocket envelope. And this is very sturdy. And I just thought this would be fun. I could put tickets in there or whatever. And I used a Think Positive tag. I covered the back with more of the Whimsical flower paper. I tried to use all my scraps. I only have like 1 or 2 little pieces of Whimsical flower left over. So I did really well there. This was a little 1-inch punch I was going to use. And then I said, well, I didn't really have a place for it. So I cut it in half, added eyelets here because I wanted to be able to close this. And then I just took the string, and you can see how I attached it, and then I can bring it up here. And then I slide this into here like this. And then this here is an envelope that came with the journal. And I just added these little sayings here. So that is, they stick out and you can see them. Blank here. This envelope here came with the book, and it didn't have a closure or anything on it, so it just kind of flopped open like this. And you can see there's a couple tags in here, and I could store extra photos or whatever in here if I'd like. So what I did was I added, you can see here, there was nothing here. I just added this cute little mouse with his lantern. He's the night watchman. And then I added this piece here, and I put it on some foam pop squares. And I added the ribbon. And now I have a nice little closure for that. This is a tag behind with this handsome owl. So he sits there. This here, I used a slide specimen card that I made, and I wanted to do something different with it. So I added the eyelets. I was going to first just add the eyelets and attach it. And then I wanted to add something that dangled from it. And I added some crinkly ribbon and 2 more eyelets to hold it in place and secure. And I just think these are really cute. Really, really cute. I like that look. This here is just a little piece of paper that I did a trifold. And I cut these out from Daphne's diary. Hello, have a great day. And in the back of her book, she gives all of the, I think, the year's front covers. And I wanted to cut this out so it's a reminder for me as to where all of these images, what book all of these images came out of. So if I want to add something new in here, I know what book to go to. So I have that. And then this here, I think we did. This is a pocket. Again, this back page came from Daphne's diary. I added the 2 critters with the hemp. And then I made this tag here, journaling card. And the leaves came from Daphne's diary, and the saying, I bring nature to life. And I added this sweet raccoon who went out and gathered some flowers, and another one of Mrs. Cog's nature sayings. And then this here is my storyboards of 2 little robins up in a tree that had some babies. And I just think that's adorable. I love those little storyboards. So they sit there. This here is a Mrs. Cog's, no. This here is a Daphne diary. This came from Daphne's diary. And I love this frog playing the violin. He's serenading the butterflies. And you can tell he's having a great time just by the look on his face. His eyes are closed and he's really into the music. So I thought that was adorable. Here, this is original. I didn't touch this because I really like it with all of these few pockets and these nature tags. So that was good to go. Here I added the whimsical flowers and made a pocket on this side. And this is all from Daphne's diary. This is on the silkworm. And I added the little story with the silkworm. And then these are 2 silk fans or pillows or whatever. And I just added them there for color. This is a little tiny mini specimen card right here. And I wanted to make this as a tab. So I added 2 little mini eyelets, some hemp, and a flower from Daphne's diary. And I have a cute little journaling card here that I can pull in and out. That's a cute little tab. This here, I added some whimsical flowers, paper, and the little critters with the photo corners. And all I did here was add a bow. This is original to the book. And I just added that, and that tucks down in there like that. I love this little mouse from Daphne's. So she had to come in and be tucked in the back reading her book. And then again, this is the back part, the back page of the country diary. This is the last page here. And all I did was I made a stitched box so I can add whatever I want to there. I kept the journaling card. This came original. I love ferns. And I just added a saying. So I'm really pleased with the way this came out. I'm ready to use it. I'm excited to use it now. And again, I encourage all of you, if you have something sitting on your desk that you haven't used, you're not crazy about using, you can't get excited about using it, find some digital images that really move you, that you really like, you want to play with. You've got a good book. It's like a house, remodeling a house. You've got the the bones. It's a good structure. It just needs a little remodeling and redecorating. Don't be afraid to get in there and revamp it. So I want to thank everybody for joining in. If you like this video, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up and hear your comments on it. I'd love to know if you've tried to revamp or remodel one of your journals. So again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in my next video. Alrighty, bye-bye.